Good morning. Today is only Thursday, sadly. Thursday the 5th, nope, we're a week. Thursday the 12th. And we're going to start with a daily reflection on the New Testament. Somebody yesterday in the comments asked for the book. I forgot about it until right now. But it is Jesus, the Very Thought of the Daily Reflections on the New Testament by Robert L. Millett and Lloyd D. Newell. I know it's backwards to you, but that's what it looks like. I said it's the 11th. Nope, it's the 12th. Okay. God hath made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on all the face of the earth, and hath determined the times before appointed, and the bounds of their habitation. Acts chapter 17, verses 24 through 26. Birth and life and death are part of God's great plan of happiness, and nothing is left to chance. Moses explained, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. President Harold Bealey declared, "You are now born into a family to which you have come, into the nations through which you have come, as a reward for the kind of lives you lived before you came here, and at a time in the world's history determined by the faithfulness of each of those who lived before this world was created." All right. So today is Philippians 4, and it's the last one of Philippians. And this one had a lot of very familiar verses in it. For instance, verse 4, "Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice." And of course, in my head, I started singing the hymn. I can't remember the name of it again, but anyways. And then this one, verse 8, "Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things." But the one I chose is verse 7, which says, and the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. This one stood out to me because I've got the training next week that I'm a little stressed about, a little nervous about. And I need peace. I don't know why I'm so stressed about it. I don't know why I guess it's the unknown. And also it's like, they need to understand that when I took this job, I was working for like teenage boys, okay? They were all like 20 or 21. They were in school, they were doing nothing, like, they did not care about their job. Okay, they did not care about policy. I was trained by teenage boys, and so I'm kind of worried that everything I know and everything that we do at the store is wrong. And I'm not good at taking criticism. Who is? But, when somebody says I can't do a thing, for instance, if the store where I have my crafts, the consignment shop, if she's like, "Hey, could you change this thing on your stuff?" I was like, "Oh, fine, I'll just take it all out. I don't want it. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'll just take it all out." It's prideful, I know, but I'm not good at taking criticism. But I always fix it like she wants me to, and everything's fine, and it's just a lesson in being humble. So anyways, my statement is, I must keep Christ as my companion so that I may have peace. I need the peace of Christ next week. So dearly, I need the peace of Christ next week. Okay. I haven't decided what's going to happen with the videos for next week. On Sunday, I could do a week's worth of videos. I could do that and then just post them as, the week goes on. I could absolutely do that. Or if my mom wants to fill in, I'm still trying to get her to do that. I think it would be fun because she'll have a different take on this and she'll have some different insights, and she has different books, and she was a seminary teacher for years and years and years, so she's got different things she could do. I think that would be really cool. We'll see if she wants to. All right, let's get into our verse by verse. For verse 2, two sisters seem to have had some disagreement in the Philippi branch of the church. For verse 3, women and men labored with Paul in the gospel and were regarded by Paul as his equals. They are not named here, but their names are known to God and are recorded in the book of life. Scholars have suggested that the true yokefellow may have been Lydia, Paul's first European convert in Philippi. Philippi? Clement is not mentioned elsewhere in the New Testament. Early church scholars indicate that this Clement was a younger contemporary of Peter and Paul. He eventually became Bishop of Rome. Clement, who became the third Bishop of Rome, was, as the apostle himself testifies, Paul's fellow worker and fellow combatant. For verse 7, the peace of God which passeth all understanding is the harbinger of this life, of exaltation in the life to come. Verse 8, when Joseph Smith summarized the beliefs of the church for editor John Wentworth, he concluded his list of 13 articles of faith with this admonition of Paul. Verse 13, here is a reference to the source of our confidence. For verses 15 through 18, Philippian saints had been most concerned about attending to Paul's temporal needs, not just in Philippi, but also in Thessalonica, Corinth, and Rome. For verse 22, Caesar's household may be a reference to some of the saints employed by the emperor in the palace, saints who had become converted to the gospel through Paul's preaching. Okay. That was Philippians 4. And now, tomorrow we're going to go into Colossians 1. And I'll leave you now with a prayer from a diary of prayer. It is the 12th. We've got 2. One by Thomas A. Kempis and one by Thomas Fuller. Write thy blessed name, O Lord, upon my heart, there to remain so indelibly engraved that no prosperity, no adversity shall ever move me from thy love. Be thou to me a strong tower of defense, a comforter in tribulation, a deliverer in distress, a very present help in trouble, and a guide through the many temptations and dangers of this life. Lord, teach me the art of patience whilst I am well, and give me the use of it when I am sick. In that day either lighten my burden or strengthen my back. Make me, who so often in my health have discovered my weakness, presuming on my own strength, to be strong in my sickness when I rely solely on thy assistance. That one makes you think a little bit. I do get impatient when I'm sick. Like, am I ever going to feel well again? And then also, like, thinking I'm strong when I'm healthy, but, finding I'm truly strong when I'm only in my weakness, relying on Him. That's a good prayer. That's a good prayer. All right. Yep, I already said it. That was Philippians 4, and tomorrow we do Colossians 1. Colossians? I don't know how to pronounce it. All right, we're going to finish out the week with Colossians. I'm going to say it that way the whole time. For the next 3 days, I'm going to say Colossians and Colossians. Deal. Okay, Sunday, I'm doing the drawing for the prizes, and then end of October, I'm shipping out the journals. That's where we're at. So, if you want a journal, email me your address. I do have the address for Naomi, Carrie, Karen, and Judy. I also have the address of Susan, because I think I sent her something sometime. Maybe it was digital. Okay. Those are the people I have the address for. I'm only making 12 journals. So, I've got 6 on the YouTube. I've got 3 technically on the family side. So, I've got 9 that are spoken for, which means there are 3 left. There's one more on YouTube who emailed me. So, there's 2 left. All right, I gotta go to work. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow.